Hello developers. Today I'm going to explain about content child and content children. Firstly, we will come to know the definition of content child. Content child means we can pass the data from parent component to child component by using ng content tag. So first step, this is app component is parent component for this is the starting component of our Angular application. So I'm consider this is the parent component. So from here to I need to pass child component. So we need to create the component. For that, command is ng generate component name I'm giving content child. See, we have CSS file, HTML file, spec.ts file and TS file. Go to TS file and we need to import this class name into parent component. Why? Because this is the standalone component. So from where we need to use, in that place only we can import. For normal component we have app.module.ts file is available. In there by default it will be imported, but currently we are using standalone components, means see here standalone true I am adding. In Angular 19 currently I am using import. In Angular 19 is preferred way for standalone components. From here we can import this path. So inside imports we can place. That's it. After that we need here in child component we have selector. See, by using this selector we can navigate from parent component to child component. Here we can mention. So inside this selector I am applying some tags like h1 and p tag. First we can check with h1 tag only. So now I am running. npm run start is the command for Angular application run. So this is the URL to run this application. So here content child works, but see, this is the content child in child component, but this data hello developers is not printed at, but inside h1 tag we implemented. If I mention this out of this child selector, it will display, but inside that selector if I mention any data, it is not displaying. So for this query I am using content child. So inside any child selector data, if we mention any tags or any data information, if we want to display, we can use content child. First step in child, here we can use one template reference variable. I am using item. Second step, you can go to child component. Here @content child of, here we mention item, right? So that item I am placing inside quotations. This data I am assigning to one variable. And then element ref. This entire value, it will grab all the details of content child by using element ref. Content child we need to import here. After that, ng after content, this is the life cycle hook. Which means after all the content loading, inside this ng after content will call. Here implements ng after content. Content init. This is the exact life cycle hook. Ng after content init. We need to implement this life cycle hook after content init. Here we need to implement in content child. C is caps. Here also we need to mention. See, now all the errors gone. After that, console dot log off. This is the variable for parent component data. Console for content child. This dot content. This is a reference of this content. So now we can inspect. See, this is the element ref h1 tag we are using. Now we can check what is the value. Content dot native element dot text content. See, hello developers. Here we mention hello developers only, right? So inside console we can mention like this, but in HTML means here in browser it is still it is not showing. For that I am using ng content. Now see, hello developers, this is in insert parent component we are developed. See, by using content shell we are displaying inside child component. And one more thing here, if we want to apply any colors, see, for the text, native element dot style dot color equal to, for example I am applying red color. See, like this way we can modify that content styles also. Similarly, content children. So by using content child, only one data we are accessing, means one element. But if I want to access multiple elements at that time, content children will help. So multiple, now I am using p tags. H1 tags also we can use, but I am using p tags. Here we can hello learners area. This is our channel name. And one more, like, share, comment. Same element template reference variable I am using, hash item. So to access all these elements, content child won't help. So to overcome that drawback, content children is coming into picture. Now here content children, we can comment out content child. Content children, C is caps of item. Similarly, I am using contents variable. At the same time, query list. For multiple values, we can, by using query list, we can grab. Type any. We need to import that content children also. then so here multiple elements is there, so I'm using loop to repeat those values. This dot contents dot for each of element I am taking ele dot, wait, I will console it, ele dot native element dot text content. See, hello developers, hello learners area, like, share, comment. All the values displayed. If we want to change the color also, we can do like this way. Style dot equal to red. See, inside console also like this way. For accessing single element, we can use content child inside the child selector. For accessing multiple elements, we can use content children. And one more thing, here we can write like this, like read colon true. Attributes we can mention. Not only read, we have three types of attributes: read, descendants, de, SCENDANTS, descendants. And one more thing is static. Read tells the angular, means here we can use element ref or query list, what type we are using, everything we can by using read true it will come to know. By default read false it will take. And at the same time descendants is only for content children. By default true it will take. This type of attribute will use at the time, for example we have nested elements like div inside p, div inside p, like nested elements is there. At that time we can use descendant true or descendant true by default, otherwise descendant false we can consider. Static way, if there is no nested we can use descendant false also. At the time of content children only we can use the descendants. And static we can use, for example static true is used for if before ng on init is a life cycle hook. If you don't know the comment don't know about life cycle hooks, please comment me. I will make one more video on it. ng on init is a life cycle hook. It will load at the starting stage of our component. At that time the data will come, at that time we can use static colon true. Otherwise, if all the values components load, after only our data will come. At that scenario we can use ng after concatenate. At that time static false we can use, means before ng on in it we can use the data will come. At that case we can use static true. After ng on in it, if we want to call the data, we can use static false. Now you got it right. And one more thing is, here we can use one more select attribute, not here, here. Why we are using this select attribute is, for example, here I have in parent component I have h1 tag, which is under name of, this is only one item, right? So I am using content child. So h1 and p tags is there. h1 I am using heading for the purpose of div inside. I am using h1 tag, and another div I am using p tag, for example, like at that time here I mention select, like cards, any titles, if we want to apply like this we can apply. h1 we can mention the tag name select p. This is for paragraph. See, h1 is like this, but we are applying red color for content children only, so here red color is coming. For example, this is for tr, tables, at that case also we can apply. This select attribute we can use like titles or side nav data, or else heading data, or else navigation data. At that scenarios we can use. This is all about content child and content children. Content child is used to access parent component data in parent component data to child component. Only one element if I want to access, we can use content child. Multiple elements we can access, we can use content children. And select attribute we can use for if I want to apply titles and below data, we can use like that pattern only. And we have attributes like redo, descendant, static. Static is used for if I want to call the data before ng at the time of ng on in it, I can use static true, otherwise static false. Whenever nested elements if I want to apply, we can use descendant true and descendant false. At the time of read is used for, this is element ref or query list, which type of reference we can use this read. This is all about content child. If you have any doubts in this video, please comment. If you like this video, Please share and subscribe. Like that way, some more peoples will come to will learn these all concepts. Whoever want to learn. Thank you.